Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Annkio Briggs for notifications and updates. Also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all at Annkio Briggs. Hello, good morning. My name is Annkio Briggs and you're tuned to Saving the Niger-Delta with Annkio Briggs. You're tuned to 89.9 Radio Garden City Radio is our radio station, your radio station, my radio station. This station with style and groove and style, of course, depending on what comes for you, first. Okay. Good morning. Today is the 5th of August. Is a Wednesday, as usual. And as usual, we're back online to discuss, to share with you my my thoughts, the Niger-Delta self-determination movement thoughts. And I hope in the interest of Niger-Delta people, all the Briggs states, in the interest of the people of River State, in the interest of the future of our region, our people, the ones in primary school, the ones in secondary school, the aged, the poor, the unemployed, all of us have an interest in what is going on in our state, in our region, in our communities, in our towns. Today, I'm going to discuss, put across to you, share with you my views on some of the things that has happened since last Wednesday. And before I forget, may I also thank every single person that offered prayers, sent me good wishes, encouraged me, told me that I'm doing all right in the work that I have chosen to do. I'm not paid to do it, but I do it because I believe it has to be done. And even the ones that don't agree with me, I hope that in the future we will find a common ground, because whatever I do, I'm doing it for the sake of all of us, not just for my sake, irrespective of the lies and the stories that people may choose to believe about me or about the reasons why I am doing what I'm doing. You cannot please all of the people all of the time. You can only please some of the people all of the time. So as long as I'm pleasing some people, and as long as I'm doing what I'm doing from my soul, from the bottom of my heart, and basing everything on truth, and if I find out in the future that I may have used the wrong information, then of course I will very quickly come and correct those information. That's why I check my facts and recheck my facts, because it's very important that whatever comes out of my mouth is not something that I will deny later. It will be only if I have to correct, but even that, I find that I don't really like it, and I don't want to find myself in a situation where I am readjusting what I have said. Now, I've read so many things in the paper, online. I have seen so many videos. Now, some of the things I want to put across today. The very first thing I will put across is the issue of the Southern Kaduna killing. Now, the Southern Kaduna killing is a very sensitive issue. If there is anybody today in Nigeria that doesn't realize that, and if there is any Christian in Nigeria that does not realize what is going on in Southern Kaduna, it is not only that it is a shame, it is most necessary that that person finds out, first of all, what is going on in Southern Kaduna, and second of all, check your heart, check your conscience, check your humanity, check who you are, when you go to bed at night? How would you feel if you wake up to the sound of guns, to the sound of somebody breaking down your house, somebody setting your house on fire? It doesn't matter where you are in Nigeria, but it is happening to people in the northeast and southern Kaduna and all of that. But just imagine, God forbid, but just imagine that it happens in River State, anywhere in River State, God forbid, that it happens anywhere in the Niger-Delta region or one of the Briggs states or anywhere in southern Nigeria. Just imagine how you would feel. You're carrying your 3-month or 12-month-old baby in your hand. You're both cut down, and then your family wake up in the morning and find that the person is dead and decapitated. Now, these are the things that are happening in Nigeria. And please, let nobody go to bed with the idea that it is only for them. No, the people that are killing and the people that are being killed, it's not them. People are being killed for their land. People are being killed for the fact that they are Christians, and that's just the truth. And it is a well orchestrated, well planned attacks on people, and it is a fact that both the military that have the constitutional authority to save Nigerians, to keep Nigerians safe by not allowing non-Nigerians to come in, by not allowing invaders to come into Nigeria. The fact that the military is not able to stop them, it means that the military has failed. Whether it doesn't matter who is the head of service, who is the head of military, whether the person is a Muslim or a Christian, an Ijaw man or a Fulani man, the reality is that whoever that person is, that person has failed. I read and I heard the president say, 1 minute the president said, cautioning the military that the military are not doing well. The head of service a few months ago, before COVID-19 came, said that he's relocating to the war front and he's not coming back until the war is over. I wonder if he's still in the war front. The president has said that the service chiefs are not doing well. Many other leaders from the northern part of Nigeria have also said at some times that the military is not doing well. Then at some times they say the military is doing well. So the voices of the youths, the voices of the leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders, political leaders from the north is very confusing to us in the south. But then that's just because we want to be confused. If we don't want to be confused, we will not be confused, because it's very clear that this is a strategy that they are employing. 1 minute they are saying Buhari is not doing well. The next minute they are defending Buhari. 1 minute they are saying power must stay in the north. Then the next minute they are saying it is not fair for power to be in the north. The same people, the same very people, they are not ashamed to be doing this because they have concluded that we're not going to do anything about it, and that whatever they say and whatever they choose to do at any one given time, that we in this area, and I discount myself from that we, I'm not part of the we, because I'm doing the very little bit or the much that I can do, whichever way you look at it. And some of you don't agree with what I'm doing, well, that's fine. Some of you agree with what I'm doing, that's also fine. You know, so, but the reality of it all is that today, our forefathers that gave birth to us and handed over our communities, whether you are from Ekpeye, whether you're from Ogoni, whether you're from Ishekiri, whether you're from Anyoma, wherever you are, you have ancestors. And wherever you are, whatever culture you're following, it was handed over to you by your parents or their parents, and whatever the case may be. Your language is handed over to you. You learnt it from your people. You didn't learn it from strangers. You can't learn your traditional your tradition and your language from another person who is not traditionally from your ethnic nationality. And let me say this again. I do not buy into the idea that ethnic nationality is of no consequence in Nigeria, is of no value. It is a lie, because the people doing what they are doing, that we are complaining about, are doing what their nationality agrees that they should do, in what their religion agree that they should do in this country that is called Nigeria. So that's basically the base of where I'm coming from. I will occasionally go in and out, but now the very number one thing again that I want to put on the table, I have heard that the minister for social welfare, whatever she's doing, have said that there is no state that did not get palliative. I want to say to her that, please, madam, release the list of the states. Like, for instance, did you give my state, I'm from Rivers State, did you give my state any palliative? Maybe you gave it to the governors, like it's being claimed. Did you give to Bayelsa? Did you give to whoever state you gave to, in whatever region, and whether north or south? Please release the list. Release the list with the date that you release that money. Release the amount you released. And release the name of the person. Is it the governor? Is it the commissioner of finance? Is it Annkio Briggs? Who came to collect that money? How was the money transferred for the palliative that you're claiming that you sent to every state? That's one aspect of it. The other aspect of what I'm going to talk about is directly to politicians. Every single politician. Some of my relatives are in politics. Some of my very close friends, people I love dearly, are in politics. People I support because they are in politics and I like what they are doing up till now are in politics. And when I support them based on principles. And let me make this very clear. I'm from Rivers State. I'm from Niger-Delta region. Therefore, if I am benefiting anything, if I do benefit from anything in my state, I want to make it clear that it is my right. I want to make it clear that if any Rivers person benefits from the governance of Rivers State, whether it is infrastructural benefit, whether it is educational benefit, healthcare benefit, whatever benefit, employment benefit, assistance benefit, whatsoever benefit, you as a Rivers person, sometimes some people are very ill and they need assistance. They can't travel abroad because there is nothing to sustain to sustain them here except God. But if you want to step outside and say you want to go and get medical care, even in Nigeria, some people cannot afford medical care, not to talk of life-threatening diseases where people have to have operation for heart operation, kidney operation, liver operation, those type of things, cancer, those type is not available. So most times our people have to leave the country to go and get this assistance outside. Now, if you have to go outside to save your life and you go to NDDC, or you go to Ministry of Niger-Delta, or you go to Amnesty, or you go to your governor or your representative, if you go to anybody, any system that is representing you politically, and they assist you, please, it's your right. It's your right. Because if the system have not impoverished all of us, if the system have not impoverished all of us, to keep us in check, you will not need to look for somebody to go and get medical care. It is because the system from the federal government all the way down to the local government, the political system and the politicians that we have put in power have deliberately and consciously impoverished all of us, every single person, including me. All of us are impoverished one way or the other. So that by so impoverishing you, they are trying to take away your rights to criticize, your rights and your ability to point out what is right and what to point out what is wrong. And when they do what is right, we accept that they've done something right. So it is very, very important at this very point that I am not misunderstood. It's very painful and time-wasting and most exhausting to be misunderstood, because then you have to explain yourself. There is no time for people to be explaining themselves. Now, there is no country where you do not have groups of people or persons that have a conscience, that have to speak to power and authority on the basis of conscience. On the basis of conscience. And when you find yourself that you're the only one working or doing these things, is because everybody else has refused to do their part. Because if everybody else agrees to do their part, that means if you see one person doing and saying what you know is right, join that person. Join that person. Don't come and be calling me to come and join you when I'm already doing what I am doing. If I'm doing something and you like it and you are not doing that thing, there is no shame, there is nothing like pride. You join it. You join it. And no, I'm not joining IPOB. I am not Biafra. I will not join IPOB. People are posting on what I'm talking now, telling me to join IPOB. I have no business. I'm not joining. So continue to post. When the program is over, I will delete it. It's just as simple as that. Okay. And you cannot distract me because I'm too focused to be distracted. What you're doing is not going to get you anywhere. But if you believe it's going to get you, just go ahead. Now, I want to address politicians, traditional rulers, and the youth. When they say tomorrow is for the youth, it is a fact. But if you know that tomorrow is for you and you're not doing anything to take the tomorrow, you can't blame me for stating a fact. I was once a youth. I'm doing what I'm doing today. It is based on the fact that I believed that tomorrow is for the youth. I started doing what I'm doing in 1998. That is 22 years ago. I was in my 40s. And in my 40s, I am still considered a youth. So I started at that level. I should have started earlier, but I started in my 40s. There are still people in their 40s who are going around hailing politicians that are not honorable and calling them honorable. They're in their 40s. I'm in my 60s and my late 60s. My brain is still intact. The people writing all the rubbish they are writing here now are younger, are in their 20s. You can't feed yourself. You can't finish your education. You can't insist on looking for a job. You wait every Wednesday when I come on air. They give you airtime. You come and talk rubbish. Continue. Now, the youth have to be able to get themselves together. You cannot be a leader if you have not been a follower. It's not possible. Who's going to follow you? What example are you bringing? So you have to find, the youths have to find themselves at their own level and have an understanding of what is missing in their life. If you know what is missing, you will be able to begin to look for what you have to do to find that thing that is missing. Everybody cannot be a counselor. Everybody cannot be a politician. Everybody cannot be an appointee in Amnesty, an appointee in NDDC, a PA to the governor. Everybody's son cannot be that. We have to insist. You have to insist amongst yourselves how your tomorrow is going to be and begin to form that tomorrow. The president of Canada today, as a boy of 3 or so, was shaking the hands of the president of Nigeria today, who is like, I don't know his age. The president of Canada, at 3 or 4, was shaking the hand of the president of today as a president. And the president of Nigeria is still a president today. I don't know his age. And the president of Canada has come through decades to come and be a president. So when they call president's gathering, the president of Canada, who was 3 when he was shaking the today president of Nigeria, will still be shaking today's president of Nigeria. And the age gap between them will remain the same.